Ayesha Pinkett Smith, Curry, is about a podcast away from becoming a divorcee single mom.
So you got Drake out here looking like a whole pimp with Ayesha Curry and her friends. Boy, get your wife, Steph Curry.
I don't have any of that. Like, I have zero, this sounds weird, but like male attention.
There is nothing more that any woman on planet Earth can have that Ayesha Curry doesn't have. I have fingertips.
When I found out he was having problems with his bitch, I said, a brother with 400 million can't keep a bitch. A brother with $100 ain't got a shot.
Ayesha Curry, whose maiden name is Adeline because her ass is Adeline, did an interview with the Call Her Daddy podcast about a month ago where she claimed,
I didn't want kids. I didn't want to get married. I thought I was going to be career girl and that's it.
Despite that being the viral part of the video, in my opinion, it wasn't the worst part. The worst part of the video is when she admitted that she saw Steph as nothing more than a friend.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying of like you never saw him as something, but I'm like, when you look back, is there any memory that you're like, maybe there was something or
no? No, never.
Damn. So she friend zoned him and then he somehow escaped. Don't that remind you of Travis Hunter?
You don't find that suspicious?
You don't find it suspicious that 99% of men can't escape the friend zone, but 100% of professional athletes can?
You don't find that suspicious?
You don't find it suspicious that the women that married the professional athlete that they friend zone is currently going viral for disrespecting them?
You don't find that suspicious?
Also in the interview, she said that Steph originally wanted to be a basketball coach. Now, I want everybody to answer this question in the comments below. Had Steph been nothing more than a basketball coach and Travis Hunter worked a regular job, do you think that these women would have married these ninjas? A, of course they would be married and have the kids of the average men that they put in the friend zone, because we all know that Western modern women are good people and that's just something they do.
The land of make-believe.
Or B, I don't believe in the Easter Bunny. If you was born a man and you selected option A,
you stupid.
No, not.
What's 9 plus 10?
21.
The next day.
She's saying that she's unfulfilled. That's okay. She wanted to be a career woman. She didn't want to have kids. Now she's not a career woman. Now she has mad kids.
But she is a career woman, thanks to Steph. She even admitted on the Call Her Daddy podcast that the network denied her a cooking show because they said that she didn't have a demographic she fits. She also wasn't formally trained as a culinary chef, but guess who eventually got her own show on the Food Network anyway? Ayesha. You think that if she wasn't Steph Curry's wife that the Food Network would have given an untrained Jezebel her own cooking show?
Good point.
Like, that isn't okay. That's more than okay to say. It's important to say that on a public platform. Because for so long, women have just silently suffered in misery. And the silence is what keeps the patriarchy going, right? The silence is what makes little girls grow up and be like, I want to get married. If you knew the truth, you would not want to get married. Marriage, literally statistically proven, marriage shaves years off of a woman's life.
Hey, wait a minute, that's not true.
This Jezebel is doing everything she can to paint Ayesha as some unfulfilled victim of Steph Curry's success. Let me tell you what probably would have happened had Ayesha not married Steph. She probably would have went to culinary school and graduated, all to end up getting rejected by the Food Network like she did, and then she probably would have been the head chef at Applebee's. And because she has the mind of a Jezebel and obviously doesn't enjoy being a trad wife, she would have ended up a struggling single mom with student loan debt. But her current situation of a multi-millionaire with her own cooking show and a faithful man with no scandals is somehow shaving years off of her life?
Bish, please.
Let's just pretend that's true. What does that say about women with that mindset?
I'm a hoe, and I want the world to know. I'm a hoe, and hoes never get cold.
Meanwhile,
Ayesha Curry is a perfect example of why it is so important to have a hoe phase. Go be a hoe. Be a hoe.
That's the best advice from the Black Queens.
Trust black women, they lead the way. Trust black women, they lead the way. White women, stop abandoning your sisters. Trust black women, they lead the way.
Right. I wouldn't trust the damn thing that black Jezebels on TikTok say, especially if they tell you to go have a 304 phase. And oh, by the way, the name of her page is Anna is Just a Girl.
I'm just a girl. That's why she's sitting over there feeling trapped with Steph Curry. Sometimes you gotta go through some stuff to really appreciate what you have. She probably ain't never been hoed. She probably ain't never been drugged through the mud by a dude. She probably never had a heartbroken time and time again. That's why she can't really appreciate what she has, because it's like, I need something edgy. I need something fun.
What did you say?
I need something edgy. I need something fun. Like this mom stuff, this being married to Steph Curry, this shit is boring.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but men with podcasts that criticize women are misogynists, right?
Right.
So with that being said, is the average man or men with podcasts raising their daughters to have this mindset?
The answer is hell no.
So if men aren't raising girls to think like this, where does this mindset come from?
Nappy-headed hoes.
Ayesha Curry is what happens when a generation of 21-year-olds tell themselves that they're ready to be wives and they're ready to find the love of their lives and settle down instead of being hoes.
This Jezebel is literally about to justify having a 304 phase because she believes it makes you more suitable for a long-term marriage.
The foolishness of that comment is so deep, I can only ascribe it to higher education. You have to have gone to college to say something that stupid.
Compromising your hedonic treadmill does not make you more likely to settle down, but that's me assuming that Jezebels even know what a hedonic treadmill is.
At the core of what she is expressing is a girl who got with a guy very, very young in life before she had any real life experiences, and then married him. Now they've been married X amount of years, I don't know, 10, 12 years, I'm not sure, right? And they have 4 kids together, and he is extremely famous, and she is his wife. That is what her entire life is. And now she is reaching 40, and it's starting to click in her head that, oh my God, I only have one life to live. And now it seems like because of the choices that I've made, my entire life will only be defined by this person. I will only ever be his wife and the mother of his children.
And what's wrong with that? It's better than being no one's wife and the mother of their children like you TikTok Jezebels.
Like, I'm sorry if some people are just a little bit more ambitious and they don't think that the top of the mountain, the top of the hill is being somebody's wife, is being somebody's mother. And it's possible with Ayesha, especially because she met him so young, that she thought that it'd be enough. That she thought that she'd get there and she would feel fulfilled and she would love her life. And instead, she feels miserable. She feels like she's not a person anymore. And again, as we push towards conservatism, as we push towards purity culture, as we have this attitude where everyone looks down on partying, everyone looks down on clubbing, everyone looks down on having casual sex, on hooking up, on women being able to define their relationships on their terms, right? On this idea that a 22-year-old should be out getting drunk, should be out partying, should be out having life experiences and making poor choices and then trying to clean up her mess afterward, right? Instead, people are expected to be perfect, right? To wake up at 21 years old, a full-grown adult, and be ready for marriage, be ready to settle down, be with the boyfriend that you've been with
it since high school. You are robbing yourself of real life experiences. You are robbing yourself of the opportunity to get to know yourself, to figure out who you are, to figure out your likes and your dislikes, and then make a long-term plan about how you want to spend the rest of your life.
Dumb.
Stupid. Those experiences are called baggage and have the potential of increasing the likelihood that you the liability in the relationship. Newsflash, stability is boring no matter where you find it. So when you're high off chaos, stability feels like entrapment. And that is why single mothers are so dangerous, because they raise their children to thrive in chaos.
I make the argument all the time. A fucking 23-year-old should not be getting married. You're much too young. At 23, you making a permanent choice about what you are going to do for the minimum, the next 30 years of your life is insane.
And she just proved why I say the Western modern woman gets dumber the older she gets. If 21 is dumb and 31 is stupid, I can only imagine the spectrum of Down syndrome the 41-year-old would have. So explain to me again why I would ever want to date anyone my age when I know that the 21-year-old is smarter than the 40-year-old.
That's a good point. You've got a good point.
No? Okay, well, let me get this straight. The 21-year-old's bright idea was to avoid the 304 phase, find a proper man and marry him and have a beautiful family. That's what Ayesha did. You still with me? Okay, so the 31-year-old's bright idea was to divorce that proper man for selfish reasons, become a single mom, return to the streets, and introduce her kids to a simp-ass, fugazi, step-dummy clown that may or may not take her serious in a relationship.
I just happen to be the exception to the rule, and my girl happens to be the exception to the rule.
You bitch.
The marriage is one thing because you could always get divorced, but when you add the children to the mix, like, do you know how hard it is to leave a marriage when you have children?
It's not that hard.
Especially when there is really nothing wrong with your marriage, right? Like, again, your husband doesn't cheat on you, your husband doesn't beat on you. So, like, you just want to leave simply because you're unhappy, because you're like, you know what? This is not what I thought it would be. This is not how I want to spend the next 30 years of my life. I'd like to be able to do other things. And then you have to wonder if your own personal happiness is more important than your children's. You change so much as a person between the ages of 21 and 31, and you should not be allowed to like make permanent life decisions in that moment, because the things that would make you happy at 21 and things that would be so fulfilling for you at 21, at 31 are things that you don't even give a fuck about anymore.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hate to say I told you so, but I just...
This idea of crucifying a woman for being honest about that, for being honest about being like, you know what, in hindsight, now that I know more, I maybe wish I would have done things a little bit differently.
Get out.
And making her out to be this monster, when the reason why someone like her would have went into marriage so young and so blind is because she had always been told by other women that's what was expected of her.
She just lies and lies.
That's what the life goal was. And had more married women had taken the time to be more honest about their experiences, had more mothers taken the time to have honest conversations about their experiences, to be like, you know what, I love my kids to death. I love my kids to death.
I love my kids to death.
But do I wish I would have done more in my life? Do I wish I would have traveled more? Do I wish I would have went further in my career, that I would have pursued my passions a little bit more aggressively before I made my life about other people? Then maybe more young girls like her wouldn't jump into marriage.
This Jezebel acts like this mindset is exclusive to young women only, like the 31-year-old ain't gonna divorce when she's 40. No, it's a Jezebelian mindset. Jezebelian women divorce for selfish reasons. Fact. Only a Jezebel will sell her future and family out for the non-promise of temporary happiness and satisfaction. Ayesha gets to travel, first class in fact, thanks to Steph. Ayesha got her fake chef ass her own cooking show on the Food Network, thanks to Steph. Ayesha gets to do paid guest appearances, live cameos, and is a multi-millionaire thanks to Steph. Let's imagine an alternate universe where Steph Curry was born a girl and we know her as Stephanie Curry. a WNBA multi-millionaire, light-skinned baddie, loyal with no scandals, and willing to support whatever her husband wants to do. You know, like the male version of Steph. Fellas, if you was born in this alternate universe and you was Stephanie Curry's man, would you A, disrespect her online, or B, shut up and bust nuts? Does anybody else find it funny that you can't see how stupid something sounds until you swap the genders? Imagine a fine, light-skinned, multi-millionaire baddie married to an average at best husband. Now imagine how she has to hear her husband get online and do podcasts complaining about how he don't feel handsome because there ain't a lot of women in his DMs.
Drake? Drake? Yes! Drake? Aubrey? Stop playing with me.
Now imagine how she gotta watch him pretend to take his wedding ring off because some broke, dusty model walked in.
Get the French toast out of here.
And finally, imagine how she gotta listen to him get on podcasts and constantly talk crap about his lifestyle. The lifestyle that he couldn't provide for himself.
You're not even qualified.
And the sad thing about all this is, you know that Steph thinks the world of Ayesha. When he looks at her, he probably sees the most beautiful woman in the world. But if there was anything that I would tell Steph, it would be this.
Beauty fades, dumb is forever.
Game is game.
Man, shout out to 2 Glocks for sure again for your super chat donation. And shout out to Rafe Strongo Park for your super chat donation. Shout out to my guy Andy Mike Fortune for the $20 cash app. And shout out to Matthew Collymore once again for buying me some more coffees.
Alright. Give me money, give me some money. Give me money, give me some money. Give me money, give me some money. Give me some money, give me some money.
No one that can match me. My style is impetuous. My defense is impregnable.
Winner takes a 3-2 lead in this opening round series. Morant.
Thank you guys for having me.
Man, I appreciate everybody that supports the channel, whether you supporting it with donations or you just watching every video. Keep doing your thing. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'ma holla at y'all next time.
Look, I just want to let y'all know, because y'all get on Sabrina Carpenter's internet and just say any doggone thing. There is no such thing as a hoe phase, okay? If a hoe had a phase, she's a hoe always. That is not something that comes and goes. It's something that's in you and it's going to always be in you. Don't let no hoe tell you no different. It is not a human, common, lived female experience to have to go through a hoe phase. I ain't never been through no hoe phase. I guess maybe I should define what a hoe phase is. You know what? It don't really matter, because however you define it, I guarantee you it does not apply to my life. I ain't never had no hoe phase. I don't even know what you mean by that. But if you know a woman that had a hoe phase, she's a hoe always. I promise you. Don't let her tell you no doggone different. That ain't nothing women need to do just to get on through life as a female, be a hoe for a time. That don't make no sense. That's not a common lived experience. Little girls running around swinging on the monkey bar, sliding down the slide, playing double dutch, and everything is good. All of a sudden, boom, she got a period. Now she got a period for decades on end, every month. And that's an experience that every female got to go through. That transition right there. Every female ain't got to transition through being no hoe. That ain't normal. That ain't standard, and we not gonna normalize it. If that woman had a hoe phase, she is a hoe always. I promise you that. Full stop.
Game is game.